Have you ever looked in the mirror and whispered to yourself, "Why am I still doing this?" Maybe it's a habit, a role you've played for years, or a pressure that's been following you even into your 70s. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to stop. Because after 70, your life isn't about proving, pleasing, or pretending. It's about peace. It's about presence. It's about finally coming home to yourself. Hi, I'm Scarlett, and welcome back to Elderly Wellness Stories, where we celebrate aging not as an ending, but as an awakening. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 powerful things you no longer need to do after 70. Not because you're giving up, but because you're growing up into your most authentic, liberated self yet. So get comfortable, grab your tea or your cozy blanket, and stay with me, because this might just be the most freeing video you've watched in a long time. 1. Stop trying to please everyone. Let's start with the biggest weight so many seniors still carry, the burden of people-pleasing. Even in our 70s, many of us still say yes when we mean no. We attend events we don't enjoy. We overextend ourselves for our children, our neighbors, our community, thinking it's the right thing to do. But here's the truth. You've spent decades giving. Now it's time to receive some grace for yourself. I once knew a woman named Carol, 74, who was always the one cooking, hosting, fixing everything for her family. One day, she told me, "I realized no one ever asked how I was doing. I was exhausted, and I was invisible." That day, she started saying no, not with guilt, but with quiet confidence. And you know what happened? Her relationships didn't fall apart. They got real. The fake ones faded, and the true ones deepened. You don't need to feel bad for putting yourself first. You've earned that right. And those who love you will honor it. So ask yourself, when was the last time you did something purely because it brought you joy? 2. Stop trying to look young for others. Now let's talk about something the world keeps whispering or shouting at us. Stay young, look young, be young. But after 70, trying to erase your age isn't empowering. It's exhausting. The creams, the dyes, the pressure to hide every wrinkle, every gray strand. But here's the deeper truth. The people who truly love you aren't drawn to your smooth skin or thick hair. They're drawn to your soul. You've earned every line on your face. Every silver strand tells a story. And when you embrace that, you radiate a kind of beauty no product can create. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself, but don't do it to hide your age. Do it to honor it. A man at a senior center once told me, "When I stopped dyeing my hair, people finally saw me, the real me, and it was freeing." So let your appearance reflect your truth, not your fear. Because dignity, wisdom, and self-acceptance, that's what makes you glow. 3. Stop pretending you're always okay. Here's one of the quietest struggles many seniors face, pretending everything's fine when it's not. We've been taught to be strong, stoic, cheerful, not to complain, not to burden anyone. But you know what that does? It isolates us. You're not weak for feeling pain. You're not a burden for needing help. You're human. I met a woman named Helen, 82, who never told anyone she was struggling after her husband died. She smiled, nodded, and told everyone she was fine, while quietly sinking. When she finally opened up in a grief group, she found something beautiful: connection, understanding, relief. So if you're tired of holding it all in, please hear me. You don't have to. Being honest about how you feel isn't weakness, it's courage, and it invites others to meet you in truth. 4. Stop apologizing for living differently. At this age, your needs may change. You may prefer quiet to chaos, routine to spontaneity, peace to pressure. That's not something to apologize for. It's something to honor. Yet so many seniors still say things like, "Sorry, I'm no fun anymore." I hope that's okay with you. But let me remind you, You don't owe anyone an explanation for your peace. A man named Gerald, 79, told me he used to feel guilty for skipping church events just to enjoy quiet Sundays. But when he stopped explaining and started owning his choice, something shifted. He felt free. So stop apologizing for your rhythms, your preferences, your pace. This is your time to live by your own terms, not someone else's timeline. You've earned that right. 5. Stop chasing everyone's approval. This one is sneaky. Even in our 70s and beyond, many of us still seek validation, still worry about being judged or accepted. But life after 70 is too short to live for someone else's applause. You don't need permission to be yourself, to speak your truth, to wear bold earrings or dance in your living room. I knew a woman named Evelyn, 82. She loved bright colors, but wore beige for years because her daughter told her to act her age. One day, Evelyn looked in the mirror and asked herself, "Whose life am I living?" She changed her wardrobe, and more importantly, she reclaimed her joy. So don't shrink for others. Don't perform for approval. You belong to yourself now. Let the younger ones chase popularity. You've graduated from that race, and what you get instead is freedom. A season of freedom. Isn't it strange? When we were younger, we chased achievement, validation, productivity. But as we age, we start to see what really matters. Peace over pressure, connection over status, truth over performance. The 5 things we talked about today, pleasing everyone, hiding your age, pretending you're okay, apologizing for your pace, and seeking approval, they're all weights we've been trained to carry. But now you can set them down. Because aging well isn't about clinging to youth. It's about growing deeply into who you really are. So let yourself slow down. Let yourself say no. Let yourself rest, speak honestly, and live fully, in your own rhythm. You've earned this season. Thank you for being here with me today. If this video touched you, please leave a comment below and share one thing you're ready to stop doing. Your story may inspire someone else. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Elderly Wellness Stories. We're building a community where seniors are seen, valued, and celebrated. Until next time, my friend, be kind to yourself, be honest, and above all, be free.